Hello, it's Jimmy again here at O'Reilly's Mobile Mechanics. Got a Volkswagen Crafter here. Just looking at it, it's got a flashing glow plug light. So just inside the van, start it up. Exhaust filter full, flashing glow plug symbol there, engine management light, and the van is in limp mode. Just using the Autel top down Phoenix Plus. So going to the codes here, we got, you can already see that there's P246300. Particle filter soot accumulation. So we'll go to data stream, differential, particle filter differential pressure there, go to that. Okay, we're going to start the van up. (17 HPA, which is 17 millibars. That is quite high for idle. Let's rev it up, but it's not going to let us do full revs on this. So we've got about 84 there. It's slightly high, but it's not stupidly high. But then again, we can only get just over 2,000 RPM. And so what we're going to do, we're still going to do a flush clean on it, and hopefully get this sorted. Going to use one of these Profoot spanners here. Get that attached on there. We're going to open the oxygen sensor on this. I have to unplug this, someone's cable tied it up. So I'm using the Winds DPF cleaner in the JLM spray bottle with this nozzle here. So trying to use this for here, doesn't really fit in. So on this one it's quite close to the turbo, so I'd like to get it further down the DPF, if I could, down around here. You got a cat hair before the DPF as well. So what I can do on this is use the option of going through the pressure sensor here. This kit here will connect better up to that. But as I've got the other kit here, I'll just use the launch gun that can actually fit down there. So I've got this gun here instead now. It's got a different nozzle on the end. We can get this one a little bit further down so it doesn't backfill into the turbo. Just push that all the way down until it comes to the end. Then we can push the cone down just to block up the hole there. Just squeeze the fluid in. I think this is sort of the reason why I mainly use the JLM kit. This launch one, it doesn't seem to seal as good. You always seem to get some of the fluid come back. So let's that soak down for a few minutes and then we'll carry on. So another way you can do it is just go through the DPF sensor. And this is the one side before the DPF here. So again, we're just going to feed the pipe in here. Just seal it up with that cone there. Now we'll get the rest of that fluid down through the DPF pressure holes there. So again, we're backing up. One for the frothy flange club there. More of it over there. You can see that one's not a nice colour there compared to that. Okay, we've got the oxygen sensor back in there. I'm just going to leave that as it is there for a moment and we'll start the van up and run it. Now we'll run the rest of that fluid in while the engine's running. So I'm going to leave that disconnected for a few minutes, just until it dries out before I connect it back to the sensor. We'll come back in the van now, we'll just give it some revs. See what the mileage is on this van. $195,000. He's getting 34 miles per gallon out of this, which is not bad. Got a little bit of splash there on the wing. I think we've dried up, so we'll get that reconnected now. Just dry that off first. So look back on the live data there for a minute. We've got 38. Well, it's gone higher actually at the minute. That does happen sometimes until the fluid actually pushes it out. So what can happen? It can melt it starts melting down the soot, which can then cause more of a blockage until it's actually completely melted and blown out. It'll soon start to drop. Just have a look if we're getting any sort of froth coming out of this. These vans don't really do as much as the cars. Different sort of exhaust system. So I don't know if this computer is going to make a liar of me, but usually if you clear the fault code on any DPF, they don't usually clear. You see, there you go. You see that's not cleared. So let's just try and clear that again. Okay, but when you go back, it's automatically usually back again. Yeah, there you go. So the way around that is we need to go into the adaptations. Sorry, I'm still getting the hang of this computer. So there you go. Particle filter initialization, it would be in there. Press that. Please input the new value. Right. It doesn't seem to let me do that. Okay, please input the value between. Don't know why it's asking me to put the value between there. 327. Okay, so minus 32768. Enter. Done. Save. We'll go back. I'm not too sure if that's worked. I'm not not really familiar with this computer just yet. So we'll go back again and read the codes. No, the code is still there. I wasn't really sure that worked because it didn't seem like it was working properly. Adaptations. Let's have a look what we got. Let's try that again. This time, we're just going to try a 0 on here. Okay. Save. Code is still there. So I'll try going in through the basic settings. We set to learn values of the particle filter. Does it let me click on these or adjust? Stop. Back. Go back again. Read. Clear. Read again. We're still there. Go back into the adaptations and try service regeneration while driving. Maybe you have to do it like that. Go 0. That doesn't seem to be working either. I might have to switch back to my Autel computer to do this if I can't figure it out on this. 255 done. So I'm not too sure what's happening there. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. I'm gonna go back to Old Faithful here. I'm a little bit more used to this one anyway. Maybe I wasn't doing something right with the top down, but I won't run it down so far, but I just couldn't figure out how to use it there. We'll get this Autel running up and then see if we can get this done. So we've got the code there, P2463. Now on this there is only one certain way that works as well, I do know that. Particle filter initialization. That's asking for security login. Go back. Basic setting, I think, is the option on this one. So adaptation of the pressure sensor, adaptation of here we got resetting the learn values of the particle filter. Start. Stop. So how do we go back? What's going on? Now we'll go back, try and clear the codes. Not sure if that's worked either there. These commercial vehicles on these, a lot different to use, they're just a little bit more complicated. Especially on these VWs. Code's gone now. So let's start the van up and see if that flashing symbol has disappeared. Yep, there you go. So the autel there is saved today on that one. Okay, we've put it on full revs there now. We'll read the pressure there with the autel. So we've got it currently on 36. You can see the grams there is increasing again. Because obviously that's when I was resetting the particle filter. This is what I'm doing here. You're resetting the grams that it's calculated. But obviously if it thinks the pressure is kind of high again, the grams will increase. So that's what is happening there. Let's let go of the accelerator now and see what we're idling at. 11. So we need to get it down a little bit lower. Maybe we'll take it on a test drive. If not, we'll run a regen. Let's just see what options we have here. What have we got in here? Actually, let's go back to this one, basic setting. It works better in here. So we've got service regeneration of the particle filter. Let's press start on that. See if that works. So it currently says it's not active. We'll take it for a drive and see if that activates. Okay, so we've got a flashing symbol back. And this is the code here that we've got. Now we did have this code when we first pulled up, but we cleared it and hoped that it was not going to return, because it didn't return for a fair while now. But it has come back, coolant pump 2, open circuit. And that is the code P261A00. There in the front of the van here, look what I've got. Is one of these exact pumps. That's a very coincidence, because I didn't have this plan to change this on this van, but I have got one here in the van. It's located just down here on these vans, in front of the radiator here. So just taking the screw out of the coolant reservoir here. I'm just going to move that out of the way and unplug that plug there at the bottom. Clip up. Just looking at the pump on this one I've got here is slightly different, so it's not going to fit, unfortunately. Okay, here I got the right fitment part here to go on. So just disconnected the hoses from this one and the 3 little screws that go on the back there to the mounting plate. Just put those screws back on the back mounting plate there. So just refill the antifreeze. And there you go, all of the lights there now gone. So basically that fan's all done there. I think I seem to have lost a little bit of the clip at the end there. I don't know what happened. But yeah, job done. See you in the next one.